What's going on, YouTube? Welcome to episode 188 of the U.S.S. Enterprise D tutorial. This is the last episode, and I just want to thank you guys very again for tuning in today's episode. If you haven't, please don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button, helping me in supporting the channel. New subscribers, don't forget to hit notifications on and join the Discord. I'll have a link in the description below. Right now, I'm doing a contest where you guys can post your videos on my if you go on to Discord and click on Enterprise D Video Showcase, you guys have until December the 31st, that's going to be a Saturday, to post your clips of your Enterprise D that you've built from this tutorial series. Basically, I'm trying to get as many clips together as I can so I can so I can do a tour video of this tutorial series. When you go on the Discord, I have all the qualifications that you guys need. One thing I do want to stress, if you're trying to upload your videos on the Discord channel, under the Enterprise D Video Showcase tab, and it's telling you that this video is too large, please do not sign up to premium version of Discord. I've got my email posted in that tab, zeroelite@yahoo.com. You guys can email me your clips. But I want to make sure I've got that known so nobody will do that. If that happens, I'll feel terrible. I've already had it happen to one person, and I just told him, I said, request a refund, and I apologized. Because I didn't intend for that to happen. So that's why I've got the email up there. And you guys got a little bit of time, just under 2 months to get your videos up. But anyway, this is the last episode. I can't believe it. We've only got a 13-minute episode today. We're going to be working on kind of like, I guess it's like a small amphitheater. This room was showcased in a lot of episodes of TNG, like when Riker had his performance episodes, like they were in this room. When Barclay was performing his theater performances, it was in this room. Even on the episodes, the unification episodes with Spock and Sarek, when they had the performance in the amphitheater and Sarek started crying. So this room has been prominent in TNG quite a bit, and this is one of the things I say, focus on the moments. You focus on the moments, this is where people will start to be familiar with your build. So anyway, without further ado, let's kick back, relax, and jump right into it. So as you can see with our purple markers, we are on the entertainment deck. So technically, we're going to be building 2 amphitheaters, but I'm only going to be building 1 in this video. So you're either going to be doing this on the far left corridor all the way down at the end, or the far right, or both. So you can see where we're at right now. We're on the side where we built our park. Now you can see I'm just going to clean this up a little bit, and then we're actually going to head over to the other side. Because what I'm going to end up doing is I'm basically going to build this room out twice. And there was a couple of little loose ends that I forgot to do before I wrapped up the park, so I want to get that out of the way real quick, and then we'll flip over to the other side of the room, or the other side of the corridor, to the right side of the ship, and then we'll finish this up, and then we'll be done. It's kind of bittersweet. I'm super excited that and relieved that we're finally through the Enterprise D. I thought this thing could go on forever. It sucks because I'm super disappointed that I lost my save file. There was a lot of stuff that I had planned to do with this ship that unfortunately we're not going to get the opportunity to do, but I look at it as a blessing too, because now this is going to leave a little bit of room so everybody will be able to finish their Enterprise D in their own way that they see fit. But looking back at it, I'm very happy with how this thing came out. When I initially started the Enterprise D, I did not know if I could build this ship. I was actually afraid of doing this tutorial series because of the sheer scale of it and the amount of detail work that it was going to take. And overall, I'm very, very happy with how this has turned out. With that being said, I talked about this in episode 187. After today's episode, I'm going to be taking a break for the remainder of the year. I've decided to do this for a couple of reasons, because the holidays are coming up and just adulting and everything. I want to, just dedicate the rest of the year to taking a break and doing what I need to do, and then also prepping for my next season, which is going to be Voyager, and that'll be coming up at the beginning of the year. I'm gonna play it by ear. I'm telling you guys that it's gonna be the beginning of the year, but there's a chance that it could be before then. There's also a slight chance it could be a little bit after that. But I say right now I'm planning on the beginning of the year that's going to come out. I want to make sure that after I start it, I have enough content pre-recorded so that this way I don't catch up with myself. And then we're just going to go from there, But if anything does change with that, this is another reason to join the Discord. I'll be posting updates for you guys on the Discord channel. But I do need to take a little bit of a break. I've been working on the Enterprise D for a year and a half now. This has been the longest build I've ever done. I just need a chance to recharge my batteries for a little bit. And it's not going to be a long one. It'll be a very, very, very short break, less than 2 months. So that'll be good for me. I think it'll be good for everybody within the community, give everybody a chance to recharge as well. And then we'll come back to this with a fresh set of eyes, completely recharged and just ready to rock and roll and just build Voyager out. Because when we build Voyager, it's going to take literally a fraction of the time that it took to build the Enterprise D because of the scale of it. It's probably going to be on par with what it took to build the Cerritos. And the Cerritos was around 50 episodes. But with that being said, I'm going to be slightly shifting how I do my tutorial videos going forward. I'd like to think that I've learned a lot from the ones that I've done in the past, and because of that, I basically want to try to eliminate very repetitive sections. I've noticed in the beginning that the saucer and the outlines and things like that, it eats up. We go through a lot of episodes on those. So I've been thinking about ways to eliminate that. Believe it or not, we've actually tested out a lot of that building the Enterprise D when we're on the saucer, where I do a section of it, but I wouldn't actually build the whole thing out in real time. You're going to see more of that on my tutorials going forward, and that was just honestly a blessing, because if I hadn't, we would have been well over 188 episodes just to even get where we are right now, because the saucer in itself was absolutely massive. Okay, so you can see that we've cruised over to 10 forward. The reason I did that briefly is because I wanted to take a peek and see how I did my windows. So I want to make sure that my windows match what I did in 10 forward. So we're going to be doing the same thing over here. This is why, hey, there's no shame in it. It's never a bad idea to go back and double check your work. And this is just my philosophy on it, and what's helped me out a lot, because I get people that tell me all the time, like, your ships are super detailed, how do you do it? It's because I try to bring my design cues over from room to room, and there's consistency. When you lose consistency, your ships will start to fall apart, because you've just got a bunch of randomness all over the place. And this is why I take my time to build the ships out the way that I do. I plan things out, because when you don't plan things out on builds like this, it is going to show. This is why I say, like, for those of you that are like, you're looking to build the Enterprise D in a weekend, I mean, unless you're not going to sleep, and even then, you can stay up for the whole weekend, you're not getting this thing done. It's going to take a considerable amount of prep. This is a massive project to undertake, but with that being said, I'm not trying to discourage you from building this. All I'm saying is that take your time. When you take your time, things come out so much better that way. Plan out what you're going to do. Research things if you're not sure. All these things are tools at your disposal that will help your builds come out better than they would have if you didn't. That's why, like, you'll never hear me say that, like, oh, like, I'm one of the best builders on YouTube. I'm just not going to say it. I never will. I think that there's a million different styles way people build. There's different things that people like to build, and even then, like, if all that were the same, I wouldn't put myself in the top 10, 20, or 100. I'm my own worst critic in that regard, but I have had a lot of people tell me that, like, they love my builds, and like they'll tell me like, you're the best, and I really appreciate that, but I don't think that about myself. Um, and just being humble and just thinking about my own process helps me to make my ships come out better. This is why a lot of the times when you guys are watching me build, you're asking me like, oh, like, send me your blueprint, what you did. Like, I don't have a blueprint. Like, this is literally, I'm not necessarily winging it. I have a plan on what I'm doing, but I'm winging it in the sense that I'm not. There's no um, blueprint for what we're doing here. Now, it has recently come to my attention that there are things that you can do, like you could potentially find a picture of this amphitheater and you can pull it up in paint and you can pixelate it. I've recently come across people doing this when they do their builds, and to be honest with you, I wouldn't honestly even go there. Um, the steps that I've shown you guys over the course of this tutorial series, I think will serve you better because you're not going to be dependent on a template. The one and only exception to that is when we're working with the saucer. That's going to be the only time that you're ever going to hear me say, yes, we need to go off the pixel circle generator to ensure that we have a perfect circle. That is vital. I can't stress enough how vital that is because I have tried. I have tried to build a perfect circle without it, and it never comes out that great. And that's the one and only cheat that I guess you could say that I will do over the course of my tutorial, that I use the pixel circle generator to do my saucers. And to be honest with you, that's not a big deal. And listen, to each his own. Those of you that like, let's say that you're watching this and you do like to get a pixelated template to go off of. I say more power to you. Me personally, the way I like to build is I like coming up with my own templates. It helps me creatively. It satisfies me. It's super, super relaxing. And yeah, it can be a lot sometimes here and there when you're not sure what you want to do, but it is like so rewarding after you've just been spinning your wheels on something. You can't figure out how you're going to do this, or maybe you've started it and it's just not coming out the way that you want it to, and then you finally figure out a solution to the problem and you fix it and it looks amazing. Like, it is just so absolutely rewarding. So even if like you don't build on Minecraft or you don't build in general, you just watch my videos, please try out building on Minecraft. You might be surprised. When I first started playing Minecraft, I actually had stayed away from it for several years because when it first came out, I came across it and I asked one of my friends about it. I'm like, what can you do with Minecraft? And the way that they described it kind of shunned me away from it. They're like, well, you can build a bunch of stuff that you can never use. And now that I look back on that, I'm not quite sure that I agree with that. I understand where they're coming from because, like, in this case, we're building a starship that will never be able to fly around. But with that being said, there are other things that we can do with this build. You can live inside of it. And I think that's really the main thing. And really, I think that those of you that are building this, you're probably building it for the same reason that I'm building it, because you enjoy to build. Or maybe you enjoy building, but you've just been stressed out and you need something to help you relax. I'm telling you, start building on Minecraft. It's so therapeutic because it's going to take your mind off whatever's going on with your life, because you're going to be focused on what you're doing and you're not really going to have time to think about anything else. And if you're like me, you'll be on here playing and then 15 minutes turns into 4 hours and you're like, whoa, where did the day go? you know? And no, it's just the little things like that that this is why I keep coming back to Minecraft. This game doesn't frustrate me. I always enjoy playing it. But there are things I want them to add. We're not going to talk about that today. I think I've talked to the moon and back over what I want Mojang to see to see Mojang add into the game. Those of you that have followed me on here for a while, you know exactly what I'm talking about. But you never know. Maybe they might. But I think today, you know, we're kind of just focusing on the last episode of the Enterprise D, and I can't believe this. Um, this room that we're working on here, we're not really doing anything too crazy. The one thing I can say is the room's going to end up being a little bit smaller than what I wanted, because this back area here on the show, there was more room. But what happened is that when I start adding in the seating, we lose a couple of rows. So it kind of makes the room look a little bit smaller than what it should have been. But, you know, believe it or not, stuff like this is all over the Enterprise D. There's a lot of theaters like this. There's lounges everywhere. There's offices. There's diplomat quarters. Like, there's stuff like, if you don't know what I'm talking about, go back and watch the show, especially the first couple of seasons where you really get to see a lot of this stuff. The Enterprise D had a lot of that. And this was, unfortunately, some of the things I was wanting to get into that would have, put it this way, after this episode, if I had never lost a save file, the next phase would have been moving up to the medical deck, fleshing that out. And then once the medical deck was done, then we were going to come back and double tap the entertainment deck, work on that. We were going to wrap up the mall, because unfortunately the mall, we never got a chance to finish that up 100%. And work on adding in some more of these lounges and things that are all over the ship. That's more or less what the tutorial series would have ended up being. But no, these things, they were all over the ship. You can find them just about anywhere. Now you can see I'm adding in the sea lantern in the roof there. That's no big deal because there's carpeting on top of it. We're just going to have to make a point now. We're going to have to go up one deck on the crew deck and go directly above where we were and adding carpeting up there. As long as we do that, we're in good shape. Now we need to make our facade, so like looks like that there's a nice doorway here. The only thing that we're really missing is the split in the middle. We need a white terracotta block in the middle, which we don't have. But that's pretty much it. This room is not really going to be anything big. Like I said, it's just literally, it's an entertainment small amphitheater for plays, musical renditions and things like that. But nonetheless, it was on the show, so we got to add it in. But anyway, it's kind of crazy. This is it. Last episode of the Enterprise D. I just want to thank you all again for sticking it out with me through 188 episodes. It's unbelievable. Thank you guys so much. I truly enjoy doing these videos and building on Minecraft, but those of you that have come to follow me on my channel, you guys are just so awesome. You really push me to keep going with this, because when I first started on YouTube, I really didn't know if what I was wanting to do would stick out, and it has. So from the bottom of my heart, thank you guys so much. The Enterprise D tutorial has been a huge success, so please help me out. Let's let her go out with a bang. Post your clips on Discord or under Enterprise D Video Showcase. If it won't let you, email me. I've got the information on there. But yeah, that's going to do it for us today. I just want to thank everybody again. And if you did enjoy this content, please help me out. Hit that like and subscribe button and helping me in supporting the channel. Share this video with your friends, anyone that's like-minded, like Star Trek or building in general. If you have any questions regarding today's episode, be sure to drop a comment below. I definitely love hearing from everybody. And don't forget, I am going to be taking a short break from now until the rest of the year, but videos will pick up with the next season of Voyager beginning next year. And yeah, I think that's going to do it today. I just want to thank you all again for tuning in today's episode. I hope everybody has a happy and safe weekend. Happy holidays to everybody. I hope you all have a wonderful time with your friends and family. And I'll see you guys on Discord. I'll be talking to people in chat, and we'll have new episodes up at the beginning of the year. All right, everyone. Let me see what you posted. Let me see the ships that you've built or whatever you've made. I'd love to see it. Post those in Discord.